Alright, and we are live here in the Team oGk Open Finals between the Zerg player Bees and the Terran player oGk Schnitzel. The first map is GSL Metropolis, and it should be pretty epic.
I mean, this matchup is going to be so great because Schnitzel, knowing with this mech play, we're going to see a lot of Thors, a lot of tanks moving up. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, and especially with a map like this where it's so split off, you can really just take lots of bases really fast. So I think a macro game is almost guaranteed to happen.
But I feel like Bees is going to cheese in one of these best out of 3 games.
Probably. I mean,
it's just too overpowering.
Yeah, mech is very, very hard to go against once it's established. But I mean, if you can hit a good timing as Zerg, you have a good shot at beating it. Alright, we are getting into this game. Alright, so on the left side, we have the red Zerg, Bees. And on the top side, we have the blue Terran, oGk Schnitzel.
Now Schnitzel is just so good with Zerg Terran. I feel like Schnitzel will win 2-0 in this matchup.
I am certainly hoping so. I mean, he is on our team. But at the same time, we cannot underestimate the power of Zerg. Broodlords and Ultralisks and Infestors, pretty good.
Well, that is if he can get into late tech.
Very true. So I'd expect the standard opening from Schnitzel, mech opening. He likes to do that in the first game in almost every series I've seen him play. Just because he likes to test the waters of the standard play, see how the other player's skill level is, and so on.
And with his Hellion Banshee play, the micro is just so good that unless Zerg has really solid defense, I don't think he has much of a chance in the beginning.
Yeah, so, and if the Zerg player can move on without sustaining heavy losses, he should be okay. But I mean, if Schnitzel does tons of damage, which he is so good at, it could really hurt the Zerg player and put him behind. So it looks like it will be a 14 or 15 CC coming down for Schnitzel. And for the Zerg,
15 hatchery, and there goes the drone.
Yep, and
the hatchery.
Yep. So the most standard openings for Terran and Zerg. Either player choosing the first game.
So it looks like it's either going to be a mid game or a late game.
Yep. I don't think this will end in the early game by any means. Yep, and we do see the 15 CC come down for Schnitzel.
With a quick scout knows what he's doing.
Yep.
So I wonder how he will react to it. Oh, there goes the 15 pool.
Yep, so the Zerg player knows that they are close by air, and actually Schnitzel does know that too, just by how fast the Overlord got there and from what direction it came. So both players know that they are close by air, which is really good for drop play from Schnitzel, but I don't think he'll do that. He's opening up like he will be going mech.
Yep. I figured if he scouted that early, what I would have done was go for 3 hatch no pool build, just to get the extra economic.
Yeah, that's really risky though, especially in a big match like this, in the finals of an open tournament that you've been playing all night.
Yeah, but you don't want to give him that much of a strong build in the beginning.
Yeah, I would have.
Against mech.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. I mean, any advantage you can get yourself against mech is good because you need to really out macro the Terran player if you want to have a good shot, especially against a well-meching Terran like Schnitzel.
Yeah.
Yep, so we do see the bunker go down, and both orbital commands started, and a Marine being produced, so looks like as soon as this orbital is done.
Just love that corner bunker build.
He does. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I think on this map, since it would be so easy to wall off, considering they have the destructible debris right there, I don't really see why you would still put it in the corner. But I mean, I guess it's good to defend the main and the natural.
And Zerglings can't get a good surrounding on that, so I believe...
Yeah, that's probably the main purpose. Yeah. Maybe not the best, just because if he controls right, he can surround, like, from the other side going around the assimilator, or the Vespian geyser. But not too bad.
Reactor factory. We're gonna see that transfer. Oh, double gas for Zerg.
Double gas. So, what does this signify, Cross? What are the possibilities with the double gas being taken?
Well, I first thought he was gonna go 6 queen opening, but if he's going double gas right now, well, it should be around right now. So I feel like he's gonna go into more Ling speed play.
Yep, and it looks like you're right. It looks like it will be the 6th queen, getting those 2 queens.
Yep, and that's really good. That's really effective against early Hylians if they can't, they can't backstab or anything like that.
Yeah, that's super safe. And then, I mean, those queens are helpful all game long for creep spread, sending them to new bases to do injects and so on.
But something that's catching me off guard is that he did not make his 3rd hatchery yet, and you can see Schnitzel just trolling around that 3rd hatch area.
Yep, and Schnitzel not seeing that 3rd hatch. Actually scans the Zerg base, but it's really confusing. Zergling speed hasn't been started. I mean, all 4 gases haven't been taken, so I'm really not sure what he's doing right now.
That is really weird. There goes the layer and speed at the same time.
So it'll definitely be interesting to see what he goes for. Meanwhile, the Hellions and the Banshees are being produced. Another bunker is being made by Schnitzel, noticing that no 3rd has been taken. And the 3rd just being taken now.
And Cloak is being upgraded, so we're going to see a lot of Banshee play in this game.
The Banshees are just so good at harassing Zerg.
Without the right position of the spores, it can get really deadly.
Yep. And all 4 gases have been taken by the Terran player, so he will definitely be doing a mech transition from the Hellion Banshee.
We can see 2 chambers going up, and I can see a Banling that's going up here, or Infestor.
So I wouldn't expect these Hellions to do almost anything. I mean, with a Spine Crawler and 4 queens being able to block, I mean, that's so effective in stopping. Yep. Very nice using the destructible debris and the evolution chambers. Developing, and even a Spore Crawler being placed at each base.
The creep is spread so well that I can scout almost all area.
Yep. Really, really nice defense setup to defend the Hellion Banshee by the Zerg player. Clearly he's faced this several times and he knows what's coming. So we do see an Armory Engine Engineering Bay being added by Schnitzel, both for missile turrets and then to start his mech upgrades. And an Infestation Pit being put down for the Zerg player.
Yeah, Infestation Pit. Infestors can be really deadly. The fungal on the Hylian, Banshee and all that, it could get really deadly. Plus with +1/+1 Ling.
So we'll see if he decides to get aggressive or if he just...
Is he gonna go in? Wait. Oh my god, this is bad. This is really bad. There's some good harass right here.
Oh, Hellion's getting in. Targeting the hatchery though. They need to focus on those drones. Ooh, and drone's getting roasted.
Oh, wait. No, he got one.
One drone being taken out so far.
Oh, there goes like 4.
Yep.
This is so cost effective right now. And they're able to manage to slip away.
Yep, ended up losing I think 2 or 3 Hellions in that exchange. If we go to the units lost tab, we have 12 workers killed for Schnitzel.
I wonder what happened. He's not moving it. What is going on? Schnitzel with the missed micro and then just lost almost actually all of his Hylian.
Yep, I still think it was worth it, but definitely not as effective as it could have been had he gotten away with those Hellions.
Yeah, if he ran away with them, it would have been so much better.
Yep, so I'm going to take a second and adjust my game sound. It seems a little high. Yep, I'm going to turn that down. Alright, that's better.
And there goes Blue Flame, which is really effective against lanes and drones.
Yep, and choosing to build Thors first before a lot of tanks, which I think is really, really smart. It's a lot safer that way. You can't die to Mutas as easily.
Yeah, Thors, massing up Thors and Hylian can be really deadly because Thors with the entire Hylian against ground. It's like Zerg's worst enemy.
Yep, and we do see the second armory come down for Schnitzel as well, so he can get double mech upgrades.
And +1 is almost finished.
And it looks like the Zerg player is going to go for very fast Broodlord tech.
Yeah, and getting that Fulminant Hive tech.
Yep. Oh, these Hellions doing tons of damage though. No spores were put in place. And they do get chased off by the queens and one actually goes down. But still very effective
One guy
harass.
has 2 kills.
This Banshee being followed by the Overseer though, so it should get taken out at some point.
Now, just by looking at the build placement, the build unit micro, this Zerg has a strong foundation.
Yep, definitely. Especially with the group spread that allows him to move his queens so well to defend against the Hellion Banshee.
And he already put down his 4th and 5th at the same time.
Yep, along with the Greater Spire. And if we go to the units tab, he's actually got at a solid 70 drones, and Schnitzel's at 67 SCVs, so looks like the Zerg player will want to get a couple more drones, but Schnitzel's actually pretty good on SCVs right now, and probably won't need to build any more the rest of the game.
Plus the mule count, 2 mules, but later on if he gets more mule, he'll be so well.
Yep, I'm pretty soon I'd expect him to put down a couple more command centers. Actually putting one down right now. Yep. I really think Schnitzel should kill this debris though that's between his 3rd and his natural, because he needs to be able to maneuver around that area.
Yeah. I feel like Schnitzel should be moving around more with more of those healing, at least trying to get free drone kills or something like that. Because right now he's letting Zerg do whatever he wants.
Yeah, and I mean, even if you're meching as Terran, you still cannot let Zerg just macro up completely. We actually see Neural Parasite almost finished for the Zerg player, so maybe he's going to try to neural some of those stores.
That'd be deadly. Along with roaches. I feel like Schnitzel's waiting for that 2-2 upgrade timing push.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. And actually, we see 3 Banshees heading across the map looking to do a little bit of harass. We'll see how much they can get done.
We don't see much yet, but I feel like one mistake in this one battle might cost the game.
Yep, definitely. Yep, and he is harassing that 5th base. Oh, Queen's immediately getting right there, though. Really fast reaction time by the Zerg player.
Close weapon affected. Oh, two Banshee going down.
Ooh, actually loses 2 Banshees and does almost no damage. Just a little bit of damage on a hatchery. Really, really nice defense by the Zerg player. I'm extremely impressed. Meanwhile, we see Roaches heading toward the potential 4th base of Schnitzel.
And we see that 2 infestors are coming up with +3 carapace.
Ooh, actually forcing a lift on the command center right away, but getting his Roaches trapped for the most part. But I guess he just needs to make supply.
This is Roaches really well. Let's take out this few healing. Oh, he's going for... Wait, what is he going for?
Oh, targeting down the Hellions. Oh, actually burrowing. Forcing a scan.
That's so effective right now. It's a good play by Schnitzel.
Yep, very, very, very good play by Schnitzel. But actually not too ineffective by the Zerg player. Getting rid of that Hellion count is really, really crucial if you're going Broodlords. That way, Hellions can't just roast all the Broodlings as they come out.
Yeah, I agree. And look at these creep spread. Hellions can't do anything without it.
Yep. The only difference I'd actually like to see from Schnitzel is possibly a couple more production facilities. He did add on another starport. Other than that, I think he's playing well. He even has a sensor tower to check for any Ling run-bys or Roach attacks or anything. And he's just dropping more and more CCs, getting the economy going.
Yeah.
And but Schnitzel is actually maxed at 200-200. And, I mean, I understand he's going mech, but I think when at any time as any race, if you're 200-200, you should be going and trying to trade the best you can.
I think Schnitzel's going to be waiting for that +1 armor. And this is not good for Zerg, because Zerg always needs to be in that head count for population.
Yeah, definitely. If we go to the units tab, I mean, the Zerg player has 8 infestors and 39 roaches, and that's really it.
73 drones and only 2 Broodlords on the way. I don't think this will do much.
No, I think he has too many roaches at this point. And actually, wow, Hellions coming in trying to do some harass again. Not really doing too much, and they'll easily get picked off by the Queens, the Spine Crawlers, and the Roaches.
I think that was just to release some of the production, which he got 2 out of.
Yep. I think he's trying to make more Vikings that way, and Thors, that way he's more ready for the Broodlords. Because, I mean, if he doesn't have enough air, he won't be able to due to his lack of production facilities, he won't be able to remake everything by the time the Brood Lords just destroy him.
Yeah.
So definitely being smart and sacrificing those Hellions, just losing only those minerals, not losing any gas units.
And 3 starports going down at the same time, along with 2 command centers.
Yep. Very nice play. That's really the production facilities he needs right now. That way, as soon as the Brood Lords either kill everything or he kills everything, he can just keep producing more and more air and do an air transition after that.
And here comes our first battle of the day.
Looks like we will see a big battle. Ooh, tanks are not siege though. This is a good opportunity.
Parasites.
Yep, neural parasites, very nice on the Thors. A big concave of roaches, and actually, wow, this is very effective from the Zerg player.
Very effective, wow. Roaches with 2-3 upgrades, and then neural parasite with a nice combo. This might be deadly for Crystal if this goes well.
Yep, and what was important there is that even though the Zerg player lost most of his units, he took out of most of Schnitzel's army and only really used roaches. And actually, he's remaxing on roaches. A couple of corruptors being thrown in, but mostly roaches. So
yeah, if you lose your first mech army like that, then you're just going back to square one. You can't. It will take some time to produce more and max out. While Zerg could just literally look at that stream of roaches coming in with those infestors and brood lords.
Ooh, looks like he's gonna go for a quick push. He knows that he can remake his army faster than the Terran player can remake his, and he wants to push now.
And that was so cost effective right now, and it's 3-2 against 3-3. Oh, I don't know if she just go block this, man.
Ooh, Roach is getting nice shots, sniping the tank before he can get off any shots, sniping the Thors. Really effective.
There, the brood lords that's being produced.
Yep, and it looks like he's just gonna bulldoze through. Very nice. Yep, and going right for the main to get all the production facilities he can.
Aiming for a Vander and that one heroic Thor trying to fight it off.
Yep.
Although they're not attacking the Thor. They're attacking the Dark Lord.
But they should be attacking the Thors, yep, and they are now being focus fired down. One Banshee hacking away at the roaches but not making too much headway. And he's just going to snipe all the production facilities, and this could be extremely bad for Schnitzel. If he can't remake this army by the time a big Broodlord army comes, he could be dead.
I feel like putting more of the factories instead of building all those command centers. Because he only had about 3-4 factories. If he produced about 2 more, then he'd be able to build so much more faster.
Yeah, and he would have been a lot more ready for these roaches. And these roaches are just doing so much damage.
And those Vikings are just floating, unable to do anything. And if they go down, it's it for those Vikings.
Oh, and running right to the 5th base, going to try to snipe that, knowing that it's one of the last mining bases for Schnitzel. Ooh, a big repair goes down, though, and now it looks like he's just going to try to siege it up with Broodlords, and actually this could be bad, because there are tons of Vikings. I really think maybe could have done more damage in the main had he stayed there. Oh, tons of Corruptors coming in, though, and this should clean up this Viking force.
I think this is it. I think this is it.
Yep, there are way too many Corruptors. I don't know what Schnitzel can do at this point. He's only producing 2 Vikings and a Banshee at a time, and those factories still aren't done either.
And the supply count is to 88. Yeah, I can't see how Schnitzel could come back from this game.
Yep. The Zerg player just has too much. Continuing to produce roaches, getting +3 flyer carapace, along with +2 flyer attack.
Zerg is very solid with the upgrades, and here comes the +2 and +3 upgrades for the air.
Yep, and the Zerg player even taking a base up top. Actually getting a couple roaches stuck, but that doesn't matter, because he's just bulldozing through. Yep. Taking out the 4th base, and now Schnitzel has almost no mining. He has a huge bank, though, so it shouldn't be too big of a deal, but he won't have enough gas. And he's trying to get that air transition to clean everything up, but I just don't think it can happen for him.
Yeah, I don't think Schnitzel can win, because Zerg already saturated his 5th, 4th, and 6th.
Yep, the only possible way I can see Schnitzel winning this game is possibly getting some crazy repairs on his air army. But even after that, I don't think it'll be enough. The Zerg playing a very solid game.
The Zerg player has a very strong foundation, and I don't think Schnitzel was prepared for that, because he's been winning and playing against noobs lately.
Yeah, planetary setup though, and if the Zerg isn't careful, he could possibly lose too much. But at this point, actually, it's probably over. I mean, I can't really see the Zerg player losing at this point. I like
I
his
can't see it.
I like his decision to not make these Corruptors into Brood Lords, knowing that he needs all the anti-air he can get. And the command centers are being sniped. There's no mining at the third. Schnitzel actually is only mining 60 minerals right now.
Schnitzel has no more mining places after that mineral patch got disappeared. And his third is being overrun, so yep, in about a minute, he's gonna call GG.
Yep, fourth ores are being produced, but it's just too much. And I think right now this is the period where Schnitzel is just reflecting on this game, trying to figure out where he went wrong, and really just making sure in the next game he can come back and put up a nice fight.
What do you think he did wrong in this game? His first game.
I think his biggest mistake was getting his army caught out of position without being sieged. And then after that, due to his lack of production facilities, he really couldn't support after that.
Yeah, I totally agree. And those healings didn't even do much damage. They only killed about 6-7 drones, but
Yeah, his harass just wasn't effective. The Zerg's defense was just way too good. Extremely high level play. Any oGk Zergs, or just any Zergs in general, should definitely be looking at this play because this Zerg knows what he's doing.
it's including myself. Now I know how to beat Schnitzel. This is a really good game.
A very, very solid game. The GG comes out from Schnitzel, and Beast takes game one. But it is not over. We still have 2 more games to go, and Schnitzel could take it back. And looks like we have a little bit of concern coming from Schnitzel about stream cheating, but I don't think it should be too big of a deal. I mean, I'm hoping it'll get resolved quickly, and I'm really hoping that doesn't happen in this game, because this is a really good tournament, and I would hate for it to be corrupted by stream cheating and such.
Yeah, that would just be ruining the whole point of this tournament.
Yep. So while we wait to get into the next game, I have to go play some music. Cross, do you have a song request?
No, you can play whatever you want.
Alright, we're going with Gangnam Style then.
I don't know if Schnitzel wants to continue without resolving this little problem.
Up. See, little do the viewers know that I am actually doing the Gangnam Style dance right now, and I'm totally excited about it.
I'm sure oGk Winter wants to dance to it also.
Haha.
Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style. Hey, sexy lady. Gangnam Style. Hey, sexy lady. 정숙해 보이지만 놀 땐 노는 여자 이때다 싶으면 묶었던 머리 푸는 여자 가렸지만 웬만한 노출보다 야한 여자 그런 감각적인 여자 나는 선어해 점잖아 보이지만 놀 땐 노는 선어해 내가 되면 완전 미쳐버리는 선어해 근육보다 사상이 울퉁불퉁한 선어해 그런 선어해 아름다워 사랑스러워 그래 너 그래 바로 너 아름다워 사랑스러워 그래 너
Looks like we're getting an invite to the next game. Alright, so we are getting into this next game. Alright, Cross, and you are still planning on casting, correct?
Yeah.
Alright, awesome.
If anyone else wants to do it.
Alright, I'll suggest you the game. Up, you're in here.
And the map is Cloud Kingdom.
Yep, and a good choice by Schnitzel. It's easy to defend your third on that map.
Kelso assuming that he's boss.
Scary.
Someone should kick him out of there.
And it looks like maybe he's observing for the team or something. That should be alright. I mean, as long as Beast doesn't have a problem with it, he's probably just observing for the team.
Do you really think Beast just stream cheated there, or?
I don't believe so. I mean, he made a couple mistakes in the beginning, and I don't know. I just think he caught Schnitzel off guard with the Roach Max. I mean,
Yeah, I totally agree.
and maybe Schnitzel can find some holes in his play and fix them as a result of that game. But all right, would you like to do the introductions this time?
What?
Would you like to do the introductions this time?
No, I'm good.
Alright. In the bottom left-hand corner, for Team oGk, down 0-1, but trying to take this second game and hopefully win the whole series, oGk Schnitzel. And in the upper right-hand corner, the red Zerg player, Bees. He took the last game very convincingly in a really nice macro game, and really just caught Schnitzel off guard. So we'll see if he can do it again and take the series 2-0.
And this round 2, Cloud Kingdom, this is Schnitzel's favorite map, and I feel like he will go into that map play again, but like less more flaw.
Yep, I mean, I think Schnitzel, if he gets cheesed, he'll probably play safer. But I mean, if he gets beaten in a macro game, I think he will just want to play a macro game again and just try to get even better. Because I mean, really, that's what these tournaments are about. Just becoming a better player and getting used to tournament situations. So I think he's just going to try to out-macro him again, and we'll see if he can do it.
But that first game was a big upset. Bees is just a diamond player, and he somehow just overpowered Schnitzel's mech game.
Yep, and who knows, he could possibly be a Smurf, or maybe just a really talented diamond player who's just hasn't gotten upgraded to Masters yet. And either way, he's allowed to be here. We allow everybody here. So,
Yep.
just really, really impressive last game. So it appears that, go ahead.
I wonder if he will reveal his identity.
He's true identity. Turns out he's Root Destiny, or I guess not Root Destiny now, but Destiny.
He's MVP.
MVP, the Zerg player. Yep, we see a 15 hatch come down for the Zerg player, and it looks like we'll see a 15 command center come down for Schnitzel. So the exact same openings as the last game. Not too surprising at all. I mean, B's managed to win a macro game, so I'm sure he's hoping to do the same thing again. And Schnitzel, obviously, I think just wants to I don't know. I picture Schnitzel as a lot of Dongre Gu kinda, where he's like, all right, I don't care, you know, if you beat me in that macro game last time, I'm just gonna out macro you this time.
Yeah, and that mindset is really important playing StarCraft. That confidence in your own game style. Just because you lost one doesn't mean you should change up your style, because that will screw you over big time.
Exactly. And we do see the gas come down for Schnitzel, so it will be the same opening as last time.
And also, Bees has a lot of confidence right now, beating a high Master Terran in his own game.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if Bees knows, but Schnitzel is actually the captain of our A-team, so a really impressive feat just taking one game off of him.
It's very impressive, and this is the reason why we will be rooting for Schnitzel. As a teammate, we must see our captain win.
Yeah, we are a little biased, but generally, I mean, we will acknowledge very good play. Bees played fantastically last game. Yep.
I wonder if Schnitzel would do more damage with those Hillian than last game. Last game he only killed about 5-6 drones.
Yep, and I'm not sure if he will. Looks like we're going to see the same opening as last time from the Zerg player as far as queens. And I mean, this map is even easier to defend your third from Banshees and such.
Yep.
So we'll see. We have that corner bunker being placed and the command center being flown down, and we do see the reactor in the factory. So we will see Hellions along with the other gas. So the exact same play style from both players.
Yep, with that 6 queen opening with 2 gas early.
Yep. And both players just playing really solid last game, so I'm really excited to see how this game turns out.
And this is really high level, and I was actually really surprised that the Diamond player knew how to play against a mech, which many Master Zerg has trouble with.
Yeah, definitely. Looks like Kelso is showing us off a little bit. Team oGk.
And he also says semi-pro clan.
Simi.
I think you should get that fixed.
I think it was just a joke. The spelling it wrong. But yeah, so guys, tell your friends, tell your children, come watch us cast. It is fantastic, and you're seeing some of the highest level play you can. I mean, aside from the pro players, these guys are playing pretty spot on. So check them out.
Oh, Kelso just said it's not joking. He just declared that he is dumb.
With a capital B, actually. Yep, so we do see the 6 queen opening coming out for the Zerg player. As we see the Hellions move across the map.
This is a very sort of different from my 6 queen opening. I usually go 3rd hatchery right after my 4th queen, but he goes 6 queens and then build the hatchery, which just got cancelled by 2 Hellion.
Sorry, I had to cough there, but yeah, really nice cancel by Schnitzel, just delaying that as much as he can. And the creep spread isn't all the way there for the Zerg player yet, but his queen should be able to clean up these Hellions pretty quick and allow that third to come up.
And you can't just risk your Hellions like that.
But we do see the Spores coming up, just assuming that Banshees are going to be coming out, and he's right, Banshees and Cloak are on the way, along with the 3rd command center.
And we can see that cloak upgrade for Banshee, with the same engineering bay and armory going down at the same time.
Yep. So I really, really like this little mini supply depot surround on the bunker, allowing just even less Zerglings to be able to come and attack it. I think that is really, really solid.
A little opening right there. And here comes the Banshee.
Yep, it's scouted by the Overlord, and we should see the response of the Queens pretty quickly if he saw it.
But if you look at the Zerg's natural and main, you can see that 2 spores are well protecting it.
And we actually see a Spore coming down at the 3rd, right on cue.
Oh, his timing is flawless in this game too.
Yep, really, really practicing. You actually see, wow, 24 Zerglings coming out. And a Roach Warren. Do you think he might want to get a little aggressive, or... Ooh, and actually picking up the Banshee. Very, very nice.
Yeah, that was just bad. And Schnitzel with the spam there.
Yep, clearly getting a little frustrated.
He's gonna get us surround on these. Schnitzel needs to watch out. Oh, okay, good.
Yep, decent surround.
2 Hellions right there.
Still saves most of them, though. Actually,
with the mineral production right now, I think that was a pretty good trade.
yeah, I'd say it was about even for both players. We do see the 3rd dropping down just now for Schnitzel, along with Tech Labs on all of his factories. So it looks like he'll be at 4 factories, 3 with Tech Labs and 1 with Reactor. And we see the Infestation Pit and Spine Crawlers come down.
I think he's gonna go into that fast hive and the Broodlord transition again once he takes those 2 gas at his 3rd.
Yep, one thing that really confused me last game, though, the only thing that really confused me about his play, is that he goes for such a fast hive but doesn't build that many Broodlords. He went
I think it's just a fake.
Maybe, but that fast of a hive is a fake? That's pretty crazy.
I mean, it worked for him last game, so...
Yeah, maybe he actually he did that on purpose last game, thinking even farther ahead that he's going to actually build the Broodlords this time, and really just catch Schnitzel off guard. We'll see. So we see a wing run by going for the 3rd base, and it will be really effective.
Yeah,
Nothing there to defend. Yep, he's going in right now.
I'm liking this play. This is life's play right now. Killing multiple... Oh no, there's no reaction to it. Killing about 7 Oh man, there goes a lot of CVs there. There's still nothing coming in. Those aliens have to come back, but it's a little too late.
Yep, wow, 19 workers killed for the Zerg player. 19, that is huge. Super effective circling run by, and actually, wow, getting the command center burning, even forcing a repair on it then. Very nice. If he had sniped that after all those worker kills, that actually might as well have been GG.
Yeah. And we can see that fast hive tech again with that spire.
Yep. Actually, it's really interesting now that I think about it, how when he goes to the fast hive tech, he can still bullet all those roaches and still like crush armies, while at the same time he can go into Brood Lords if he wants to. It really gives him a lot of possibilities.
Maybe that's why he went quick 12-minute hive tech.
Yep, so since we see the hive tech coming down, as soon as the Greater Spire started, we should probably see the 4th and 5th space being taken. Although it's a little harder to defend your 4th and 5th on this map than it is on Metropolis.
But he's not going for Greater Spire. We only see infestors and roaches popping out with that +1 terror pace.
Yep, so we'll see if he does opt to go for that. Yep, and we see the 4th base coming down, and actually, wow, shot down, no cancel.
No cancellation. There goes that 300 mineral.
Yep, very, very nice shot by Schnitzel. Just really, I think his goal with these Banshees is not actually to poke into the 3rd, but just delay the 4th base and the 5th base as much as he can. Yep, he has them rallied right to the 5th base. He's going to try to delay that too. Nice creep spread though, so he might be able to get there in time.
Creep spread. All the way around just to hit those Banshees.
Yep. But if Schnitzel splits up these Banshees and doesn't allow them to get fungal, they could be really, really effective.
Oh, is he going to type this one too?
Yep, no reaction from the Zerg player so far. The Queen's trying to make it across the map, but they're really not. The infestors aren't being pulled, and actually, ooh, he forces the cancel on that base too.
Oh, this is big. This is even.
Yep, that's huge. The longer that the Terran player can just deny these bases, the better. I mean, he wants to stay on even bases with the Zerg player as much as possible. Because when a Zerg player is on even bases with a Terran player, it is bad news bears.
And I don't understand why he didn't pull his infestors to fungal them. It would have pretty much killed all those Banshees.
Yep, they were all pretty clumped up too. Well, actually sending his Banshees to the other optional 5th base, very nice. And the Greatest Fire is finishing, but we don't see any Corruptors yet.
And at the same time, taking his 4th and 5th. Oh, it gets cancelled again! His 5th is down! That's another 300 mineral going to waste.
Yep, and we actually see a big roach push, but Schnitzel's all sieged up. He should be ready to defend this no problem.
Schnitzel is ready for this game.
Yeah, after that loss in the last game, he got himself pumped and he's ready. We do see Neural Parasite coming out though, so if he can get nice Neurals again on an army, he could potentially break through. Yep, and the Banshee's just going back and forth trying to cancel as many bases as they can. Queens are guarding the 4th base though, so we won't get a cancel on that, but I mean, no 5th base down yet for the Zerg player.
And those infestors got hit hard by those tanks, all with almost with red light. Red HP right there.
Yep.
And roaches with almost +3 and +1. +2, I mean, my bad.
But yeah, both players are still looking pretty solid. This game isn't over by any means, but it's definitely in Schnitzel's favor. Next we have a nice little funny little Thor here doing a little dance in between the tanks that he's stuck between. Twitching out a little bit.
He's doing the robot.
Yep, clearly showing his office moves. Yep, so we do see Corruptors being produced. Only 4 though, so shouldn't be too big of a deal, but I mean, the Zerg player has 2 Spires out. Oh, no cancel on that either.
Third, 4th time.
Oh my gosh.
Huge.
Yeah, these...
They need this. He needs these kind of plays just to delay the Zerg's 5th and 6th gas.
Yep, the Zerg player looking to push in with some roaches and infestors and lings again.
Remember, Schnitzel is just using these techniques to buy time before, so he could get that +2 upgrade.
Yep, and wow, actually splitting up his Banshees very, very nicely. Not allowing them all to get fungled.
I think 2 infestors. Yeah, 2 infestors. This is big.
Yep, and then cloaking and no overseers nearby. The fungal does reveal though. And it looks like he will lose both of these, but actually saves the one.
Nope.
Oh, it gets fungled again though, and it will die, but those were extremely cost-effective Banshees. And now 5 Brutal is being produced from the Zerg player, but And his economy is so low right now that he can't afford to remax as easily.
And we have that +2/+2 upgrade finish, and I feel like Schnitzel's about to push out soon. He's getting lots of turret just to defend against those Brew Lords.
Yep, and does he actually have turret range? That might be a good thing to upgrade to get at the engineering bay. Since he'd had to get it anyway for the turrets. I'd like to... Yep, just getting as much as he can to defend. Pumping out Vikings.
Oh,
He's tons of command centers coming down. Up! Wing run by going.
Got blocked.
But it got blocked, and all of these wings are going to get roasted by the Hellions instantaneously.
That blue fire is a little late.
Yep, wait, blue flame. Looks like he actually might have forgotten about it. But I don't think that should be too pivotal in this fight.
Those roaches just melting down under Thor and Tank heavy fire.
Yeah, but it looks like Schnitzel's wanting to run around, trying to make sure he doesn't have to walk up a ramp in order to kill. And it looks like he's going to try to siege up at the 4th. Yep, running the Hellions in.
At the same time.
Yep, sieging up nicely at the 4th base. Tank shells raining down on all the queens, and all the queens die right away. And those could have been very, very nice to get transfuses on the Brood Lords had he needed to.
We're going to see a little bit of neural parasites, but it's not going to be effective because there's no roaches to back up the infestors. The infestors just melt down right under fire.
Yep, and actually, yeah, none of those neural parasites lasted for that long, and the Zerg army just getting absolutely crushed this time by Schnitzel.
Oh, but there's not enough corruptness. Those brewers are just going to get rocked.
But actually, wow, very, very nice neural at the last second, taking out all of the anti-air. The Terran player, but still really, really cost-effective.
If Schnitzel can take that 4th and that 5th and run away as soon as possible, then this battle will be his.
Yep, that'll be game over at that point. The Zerg player will not have enough economy. But it looks like he just wants to go home. He's pretty comfortable on what he has, and actually, yeah, I think he's getting ready for the Roach Remax that he thinks is coming, and quite a bunch.
I think that was a good idea because those roaches are being maxed out pretty quickly, and he's going for a counterattack right now with 1 Thor and missile turrets trying to block out.
Yep, we do have the planetary though. Will he get the repair in time? Up, he's going for the repair. Will not.
We've got a good surround on that with 1 Thor. It's not enough. It's not enough.
Oh, he is just getting home with his army though, so he should be able to clean this up okay, I think. Yep, siege up, shit's off. But he does run out of there.
I don't think that was a wise choice because I feel like Schnitzel had that, because he had that upgrade, I think he could have destroyed his 4th base really quickly. Or
Yeah,
at least his 5th.
Yeah, I mean, and since he lost his 4th base anywhere, and he might as well have just gone and got it. Actually, we have, wow, 2 planetaries being built at the 5th base for Schnitzel. I guess now the 4th, but...
And look at that mule count. Look at how much fast his money is going up.
We actually have a really, really low amount of money for Schnitzel right now, though. Really mineral starved at this point in the game.
Yeah, losing that 4th base was huge. I don't think he was able to afford that because he wasn't able to base trade. And here comes Roach just trying to counterattack from back.
Yep, he scouts this with the supply depots, though, and immediately building a planetary. It looks like he'll just be able to move a small piece of his army over and defend this pretty nicely.
Those roaches just sitting there. Okay, there you go.
It looks like he's just going to try to move around the mech army as much as possible, because that's the key. Just get the mech army out of position, you can do lots of damage.
This is what happens. You'll attack multiple places with those roaches, but those roaches should not be under fire like that without backup of Brew Lords and infested Terrans.
Yep, and if you look at the supply count, 197 for Schnitzel right now, only 141 for the Zerg player. Although those Zergs are going to have +3 attacks very soon, the Roaches. Yes, the Roaches are going to have +3 attacks soon, so 3/3 Roaches are pretty strong. Still a very, very close game.
+1/1. Be careful, corruptors.
Yep. Right now, I think we...
Infestors,
Go for it.
I don't think those infestors support those Brew Lords as heavily as they should. I think the Zerg player should make more infestors right now.
Yeah, he definitely needs more infestors, and also I think an Ultralist transition actually would be really, really nice right now. I mean, he has all of his ground upgrades, and look how many Vikings Schnitzel has. He has, what is that,
Yeah.
like 13 Vikings and so many Thors? Ultralist could be really effective, because right now the air army is just going to get smited Look at all those corruptors being disintegrated. Wow, huge fungals though. Yes.
Roach is flanking from the side, but he can't withstand the heavy artillery of tanks that forward. And those Brulers, only 4 Brulers about to go down. And after this game, I feel, oh, what is Reigns? He's running through the ramp, trying to do some backstab, trying to do damage behind Schnitzel's economy.
Yeah, the Zerg player realizes he lost that engagement and just wants to get out of there and try to do as much damage as possible with those links.
But that was a late respawn by Schnitzel. He knew that was coming, but he couldn't react quickly.
Not that many workers though, and he doesn't really have time to pick off production facilities, but I guess he's just wreaking as much havoc as he can. Yep, and we do see the 6th base come up for
the tech lab, and only 1 going down.
Yep, and we do see the 6th base come down for the Zerg player, along with plus 3 air, armor, and attack, along with plus 3 melee attack. The melee attack isn't really going to help though. He doesn't have that many Brutalords, he doesn't have any Ultralists, and the Roaches are just using their plus 3 attack. And finally 6 Infestors being produced for the Zerg player, so he should be back up to at least a half-decent Infestor count.
I feel like he's just going to still stick with his Brutalord Infestor Roach army instead of switching to Ultralist.
I think this could really end up hurting him in the long run. Although, Viking's only being produced like 1 or 2 at a time right now.
And if you look at Schnitzel's money count right now, he's banking, so he's quickly able to reform his mech army if it gets destroyed.
Yep, and the Zerg player, although he traded relatively cost effectively, it really wasn't that cost effective because Schnitzel just has so much money compared to him.
And +1/+1 upgrade going up with those on those Vikings. No, my mistake. Those are +2.
Yep, so getting really nice upgrades on his air, and as soon as he gets 3/3 on his air, I'd likely see probably tons of starports and actually maybe an air transition. Yep, stacking some SCVs.
That 5 o'clock base he has, it's very supportive right now.
Yep.
I'm sure without that, Schnitzel would have GG'd right away.
Yep.
But Roche has figured it out and going for it. Oh no, he's waiting for those Brulors to come out. Schnitzel needs to react. How's he going to react? Is he going to counter? Yes, no, he's going for a direct attack. He might end this game. This might be the killer blow.
Yep. Ooh, get sieged up right away too. Huge, yeah, those.
Those Vikings, but not enough. There's no support on those Infestors and Roaches. They're just being melted down on those artillery fire.
Yep, and despite almost perfect fungals, the Zerg player does not have enough, and it looks like Schnitzel will just steamroll through this army. Remaxing with 6 Vikings at a time and 2 Thors.
Schnitzel's in a great position right now with 171 supply to 116 supply. If he just rolled through his 7th base, it'll be pretty much game over.
Schnitzel needs to move out now, though. I mean, the Zerg player can't really remax anyway. He doesn't have as much money, but he should just go in the game.
Yeah, Schnitzel. I don't know what Schnitzel's waiting for. Maybe he's waiting for those alien backups.
Yeah, I think he's waiting for the other Vikings and the Thors to come out. That way he makes sure he definitely has enough anti-air.
And we see some SCVs being pulled to repair. And that's going to be critical in this next battle.
Yep, and 3 more command centers being put down for Schnitzel as well. Really not wanting to let his... really just macroing behind. Even though he sort of knows he has the victory, he just wants to macro up behind everything. Even sieging up.
Yeah. And that Schnitzel's game style, just macking up with mech army and just blowing them away with those strong mech fire.
Yep.
And only 2 Brulors left with 4 Corruptors.
And Schnitzel's army will be too much, especially with the reinforcements coming in. The Zerg player fought well, but Schnitzel will just have way too big of an army. 2 crazy macro games that both went in the late game. I am so excited about this series.
We only see 3. There's GG.
GG, and Schnitzel ties it up 1-1. We will go to a 3rd and final match.
What do you think Schnitzel did in that game compared to the first game that allowed him to achieve this victory?
I really think the main thing that allowed him to get victory is the fact that he denied those bases with those Banshees for so long. He canceled that 4th base 3 times.
I agree. He was able to delay him so many times with those annoying Banshee play.
Yep, the first time, I mean, He put all that investment into the Banshees and the Hellions, and really they didn't really do too much. But the second time, he really made them effective. He realized, okay, this guy has his main, his natural, and his third really well protected, but he cannot defend his fourth and his fifth on a map like Cloud Kingdom. So instead of harassing his close bases, I'm just going to deny those bases as long as he can, and it really worked out for him. So it looks like...
Stayed on Brewlords and Roaches way too long. If he switched over to Ultra Tech, then that would have been so much better for him. Because he has so many Vikings and so little tanks and Thors.
Yeah, that could have been a different game, but although I still think that Schnitzel would have taken that game just with the lead he gave himself.
Yeah, with those Banshees.
Yep, really, really effective. So it looks like we're going to get Ant-Man in here in a little bit, and he's going to observe for us, I believe.
Why so serious?
But yep, and actually I'll probably play some music again during the break. We can finish up Gangnam Style. Actually, it's over in like 12 seconds anyway. So, decisions.
Just put Gangnam Style.
Again? I cannot.
Yeah.
I don't know, I could go with some light K-pop, or I could go with some dubstep.
Oh, you listen to K-pop?
Of course, who does not listen to K-pop?
Oh,
Yeah,
that's so cool.
we're going to go with A Bitter Day by Hyuna. I only listen to the mainstream K-pop, not the...
You know Big Bang?
What?
Big Bang?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, that's so cool. Hey, Josh, can you, come in?
Oh, are we in game? Yes, we are. Okay.
Now you just made our viewers leave.
I'm sorry. I'm supposed to play Median? I didn't even see that. I don't even know what Median is. Unless I have it on here and I didn't notice. I probably do.
And we're about to 10 seconds until game 3 in our final match.
Crud, it looks like they went in the game without Ant-Man, which is not good, but...
Oh well,
Yep.
no one suggested him, so...
I got into the game late. I'm sorry, that was my mistake. Maybe Kelso will be willing to observe for us.
Now, this is map on Daybreak. Introduction, please.
Alright, so in the upper right-hand corner, we have the red Zerg player, Bees, showing very strong games in both the first and the second game, but Shinzo would manage to overpower him in the second game, and it is 1-1. In the bottom left-hand corner, we have the blue Terran, oGk Schnitzel. He had a close game in the first game, but just managed to crush through in the second game, and now we are in the final game to see who can take victory on Daybreak and just win the tournament.
And now this map is very... I heard a lot of things, but I heard it was very Zerg favored.
Yeah, I would say it's slightly Zerg favored, not flavored, favored. But
Flavored.
it's slightly flavored with a taste of Zerg. But yeah, just because the third is a little bit harder to defend, and that's definitely better for Zerg.
Yeah, I think Schnitzel's going to open up with this, standard 15 command center with Zerg opening up with his standard 15 hatch.
Yeah, I'd expect it. I mean, both players. But yeah, both players just feel really strong in their macro, so I'd expect the same thing. And I put the camera on Schnitzel when really I meant to put it on Kelso. So we're going to have Kelso observing for us, because my camera work is less than good. So we check the APM tab. We actually see 244 for the Zerg player and 193 for the Terran player. So that early game APM really being used effectively to build SCVs and set rally points and stuff.
Just spamming those overlords and hatchery. That's what I do. But mine all goes up to 300.
Well, we cannot all be U-Cross. We actually see a nice zoom in on the hatchery. Really accenting the nice features. Yep. So we see 15 hatch, 15 command center, and we do see the pool come down along with the barracks. So very, very, very similar openings to last game.
Now, after watching the first two games, the two players know how they play each other. And I'm sure Snit's going to open with this mech play. And I know that Beast is gonna probably counter with the same build. And now the only way the player could win right now is to capitalize their movements, and just the one who makes the most mistakes will lose.
Yep. That seems to be the way the game's been going. But yeah, so we see the gas come down for Schnitzel, so it will be the same build as last time and the time before that.
Yes.
So, Jacobus, do you have some words to say?
We have a guest speaker.
The guest speaker is here. Jacobus, are you there? It appears not.
Hey, he's camera shy. Sorry about that, viewers.
Yep, sorry. Yep, so we see the standard bunker placement coming down. And, yeah, just the same play as always. Zerg play doing a little extractor trick there to make sure he can space out a drone due to his slightly late overload.
That bunker being placed in that corner once again. I feel like in Daybreak, this bunker corner is really effective.
Yeah, there's really no way you can surround it in the corner like this.
And I feel like I'm gonna add another supply depot around it after. And there goes the supply depot.
Yep. See the supply depot go down?
And by depot, you mean depot.
Yes, the correct term would be depot. So we see this.
Sorry, I'm Asian.
Yep, so we do see the double gas go down. And Cross, that's not an excuse, you're Korean, dude. You should know more about this game than we do.
Sorry, they don't pronounce things properly.
Since you're Korean and you're playing on the NA server, you should obviously get an 80% handicap.
Of course.
No.
Yep, all the
They're
time.
Koreans.
I'm sorry, but I got knocked out in the second round, so I have nothing to say.
But yep, so
Yeah,
really just the same old.
I think this build is very effective because any early push, such as Hylian or Banshee push, with those 6 queens, you could block it easily.
Yep, and the same goes for the Terran player. That I mean, if a giant early Roach push came, he could pretty much hold it off with just really, really nice repairs on the bunker, along with the Hellions and the Banshees.
I actually was hoping Schnitzel would go bio right now, just to catch the Zerg off guard.
Yeah, I really would have liked to see one of the players deviate, but it looks like neither is really feeling inclined to change.
They want to say who's the better player right now with the same build.
Yep. So do you see the Hellions moving across the map?
On the Overlord side. And
Queen's in perfect position. 2 on the ramp on either side. Wow.
Yeah, that's a really good position with so many creep tubers on the side. Oh, what's that? What's that Hellion doing? Trying to be a boss.
Nope. That is one manly Hellion, taking this little battle scar, but really to no avail. No damage being done. Meanwhile, we do see a Spine Crawler and a Roach Warren and some Evolution Chambers. Actually, there's no Spine Crawler. Oh, now there is. I was just predicting the future, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Zerg player really well walled off. I really like the safer opening by the Zerg player, choosing to get out all the queens before putting down the hatchery. That way he can just defend the Hellion Banshee arrest so easily.
I think I'm going to start doing that now. This is such a good game for me.
Yes, it's a learning experience for us all, except for me. I'm a Protoss player. I'm not learning anything at all. But yep, so we already see the Spore Crawlers going down preemptively again, and we do see the mech transition from Schnitzel putting down 3 more factories, and that his third command center will be finishing up momentarily.
And then Infestor Pit going down after the 4th while taking the 3rd. So, oh, can he cancel this 3rd with those Hellions? No, he's aiming for those queens.
Yeah, no chance of canceling that 3rd. I'm actually surprised it got down. Those Hellions were being lazy, choosing to not shoot the drone until it put down the hatchery. Slacking on the job. Yep, so we see the relatively early infestation pit, and we'll probably see the same quick hive tech as last time.
No, but we see Roaches early up with +1/+1.
Yep, so we might actually go for a big Roach push, or maybe just getting them for defense. Last time we chose Lings, and they didn't work out as well, so maybe going for the Roaches instead.
Yep, and I would totally go Roaches too, because against Hellions, they're really effective.
Yep. Oh, we do see a deviation. We see a Nidus Worm come down for the Zerg player.
Oh, this might be a really good game. But there's no Overlord around the side to see vision, so I don't know how he's gonna be able to pull that off.
Maybe he's just gonna try to knight it nearby. I'm not entirely sure. It looks like Jacobus up to more shenanigans again, messaging me, "Oh hi, cutie." Hello to you too, sir.
Yes, I would like to report sexual harassment by Jacobus on Josh right now.
Yes, we will be filing a lawsuit. Fear not. At the conclusion of this cast.
The knight is gonna attack his third.
Yep.
That Overlord is just watching, waiting for that moment.
And that could be really effective. I mean, Nidus play and just drop play by roaches is a really good way to counter mech play, just because you move around the mech army so much. Oh, but that money scan going down, seeing the Nidus network, and we'll know that he has to be very safe.
He needs to get rid of all those Overlords or any type of way he can get into the base.
Yep. And I think for now what he's going to be doing is he's probably going to patrol most of his Banshees and try to just guard all the bases as much as he can. Because if he can just guard the perimeter and spot that Nidus right away, it'll never get up.
Yep.
I'm not exactly sure on the map, on the numbers, but I'm pretty sure that one Banshee can actually cancel a Nidus by itself, or at least get it low enough that almost nothing will come out.
Oh really? I didn't know that. And we can still see that 12-minute hive going up.
And so it looks like he's just getting the Nidus room solely just for the possibility of harassing maybe late game, or maybe right as the Terran player pushes out, he'll Nidus the main. I think that'd be a really nice play. I know in PvT I like to get a Warp Prism and have it sit around. That way as soon as the Terran player opens his base, we can do it. And actually, wow, we see the Nidus worm come out right at the third.
Next to his third base.
And does he see it? He does spot it.
And there it goes. It
Yep.
doesn't even get canceled,
Yep.
it just gets destroyed.
Yep, Nidus worms tend to just die so quickly.
If you see the Madison were popping out those roaches, it's so nasty.
Yeah, it's quite disgusting, much like a woman giving birth. It's a beautiful thing. I mean, it really is helpful to the world and stuff, but at the same time, it's a little unnerving, to say the least.
And now we see.
Yes, I just did compare the Nidus worm to the miracle that is childbirth.
Yep. Now we see Schnitzel popping with 5. Is that 5 pings? 6 pings, and that queen, 2 queens just get blown up.
Yep, it looks like he's going to try to siege up this 4th base slowly, and if he can kill this 4th base, that'll be gigantic.
What I would do is Schnitzel should move those Banshee and just... Oh, never mind, I got fungal. He should have just stacked those infestors on the spot. Oh, but this is not good. Schnitzel has +1 upgrade. Oh, but the roaches are +2 upgrade.
Yeah, but it looks like Schnitzel will clean up all the roaches that when he's going to get the snipe on the 4th, which is astronomical.
This push is actually really strong. I don't know how Beast is going to stop this.
Yep,
He doesn't have his Dragon Fire up.
12 roaches being produced, but that won't be enough as long as Schnitzel is sieged up. Yep, and the 4th base being made, turned into a planetary. Oh, Schnitzel needs to siege up right away, though.
Schnitzel... No, he doesn't... Oh, okay, there's the siege.
Yep, very nice fungal, though, taking out the Banshees.
They're just blowing up.
Yep, missed rally by the Zerg player, I think, sending in little pieces of his army at a time as opposed to just sending it all in. Yep, so we just see the constant rally from Schnitzel. Even keeping a Thor and some Hellions. Actually, he's going to end this push. It looks like he got a little scared. Maybe he wants to re-rally.
No, I think he did his job. He got his 4th up, he got his 4th secure, and he broke the Zerg's 4th, and he is up by 163 supply to 110 supply.
Yeah, but it looks like he wants to go deny this 5th as well.
Oh, if he can deny it, that's big money right there.
After denying the 4th and then the
Go
5th.
ahead.
Oh, and this 5th will die. It'll most likely get cancelled though. There's no way the Zerg player can defend this. Oh, huge tank shots on all the roaches.
The roach is like, I'll save it. Oh wait, never mind.
Yep, and actually Spine's being built at, I believe, the 3rd base, or maybe the natural of the Zerg player.
If Zerg can't get a 4th, then it's pretty much over, because Terran, who's going mech, has 4th base, then that's just going to be so rough for the Zerg to win.
Yep, and he scans and he knows he has this. I'm not even sure why spine crawlers would be being produced right now when tanks can just slowly take them out. Like, he can just siege up and take out all these spine crawlers slowly. Oh, Roach is coming in. Nice neural parasite, getting one of the Thors. Will not be enough though. And wow, Schnitzel's crushing through this Zerg army.
Yeah, Schnitzel's mech army shows that it's so much superior. It just shows that mech is OP. And that Blizzard shit nerfs them.
I don't see that happening anytime soon.
I hope they do it hard for him.
Well, they did take out the Warhound, so.
This game isn't really a case of mech being OP though. The Zerg player did go for like a 2-base Roach drop Nidus plan that didn't work at all and took a super late 3rd.
Thank you.
Yep, thank you. Thank you for that analysis, sir.
Yes, and what we were doing was we were just joking around, but it just ruined our fun.
Yep, so we see the Greater Spire coming down now at the 1850 mark, significantly later than last time, due to, as Jacob pointed out, he went for that Nidus Roach play that really didn't work out. And right now, Schnitzel just playing safe, but I really think he can push and just kind of win. He's getting his production facilities up, going up to, I believe, 3 or 4 starports, and just adding command centers. Yep, and he's pushing out now. Roach, the Zerg player actually, yep, the Zerg player breaking down the rocks for Schnitzel, just saying, come on in, come kill me, I'll make it faster.
And the Zerg is being desperate right now, making 3 expansion at once, because he knows he needs that extra expansion before his mineral just goes down.
Yep, and this game is not over yet, but the Zerg player is, needless to say, in a really bad position. We're about to have 5 base Schnitzel too. I mean, right now just 3 base Zerg, and it'll be up to 6 base, but I don't think those bases will last too terribly long.
4 command center just going down right now.
Yep. And wow, just really solid play from Schnitzel overall. It looks like he really figured out what he did wrong in the last game, in the first game, and has just improved upon that game in and game out, coming back. Helion's going to scout this 5th base. And Zergling's actually being sent to defend the wrong base. And wow, no wing speed at the 20-minute mark.
Zerglings. That's so bad.
Oh, and only one queen's available. All these drones are going to get roasted. Relatively good splits, but wow. Tons of Zerglings being taken out. Roach is coming back to defend, but these Hellions are just going to keep harassing, and he can afford to throw them away. They're just minerals at this point.
Oh, this is big. I don't see how the Zerg player could come up.
And if we go to these kills up, 35 workers killed for Schnitzel. That is massive.
And we see that Lynx just chilling there with no speed, with no wings on their back. I don't see how that's going to do any damage against that planetary fortress.
I don't think it'll do almost anything. But we'll see, though. We'll see if that pack up top manages to do anything. The army looking much stronger for Schnitzel right now, and Link Speed does finally finish at about the 22:15 mark. It looks like it'll finish. Be a little after that, but yeah, feeling that he didn't need speed at that time. Thought it wasn't necessary.
No, the speed is done, and I guess he was just waiting for that speed so he could just rush in and kill some workers or something.
Yeah, but it looks like Schnitzel just willing to sacrifice those Hellions for free. Well, we actually even see the fusion core going down, so we will see battle cruisers in the near future. And Fling Run By coming down won't be too effective though. Getting a couple worker kills, trying to even it up. But Planetary is being there, just doing so much damage. Banshee's being pulled back to try to clean it up. Actually, some nice kills from the Lings at the natural. Forcing everything to be pulled back, but that does get cleaned up. Looks like Schnitzel's trying to sacrifice some workers, but they just don't want to die. They're just going to chill right by the creep. Just not dying at all, actually. The Zerg player just saying hi, yeah, I see you, but I know you want to get rid of these workers, and as long as you're sitting there, they can stay workers all they want. Which is actually really smart.
I feel like Schnitzel could have ended this game way earlier with that last push, but I don't know why he decided to just chill.
Then he decided to back off, and he really needs to hit now before lots of Brood Lords come out.
And as long as he doesn't attack, those energies are just gonna keep coming up, and Infestors all have high energy. It's all maxed out, so Neuroparasite, Infested Terran, and Fungal will go on the mech army.
Yep, and it appears that he just wants to, use it as his advantage. He built sensor towers to see all the Zerg army movement. It looks like he wants to get his air transition ready. That way, as soon as he loses this army, if he does, he transitions right into air and then just crushes the Zerg. Wow, the Zerg player actually even taking Schnitzel's 6th base and making it his 7th base. Even though he doesn't have pretty much any workers at his 5th or 6th base.
No workers.
Yeah, we go to the unit tab. Only 43 drones.
There goes the SCVs.
Yep, deciding it was their time to die. And if we actually check the number of starports, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Am I missing any? 6 starports on the field. And wow, actually, if you look at this upper left-hand base, 3 planetaries and tons and tons of missile turrets. We have 10 missile turrets and a sensor tower. That's what I call defended base. Oops.
I feel like after this push Schnitzel, he's gonna be start making a battlecruiser army.
Yep, already working on his air upgrades.
And there goes 2 battlecruisers being put down.
Yep, and we actually see the Raven upgrade, I believe. Or is that battlecruisers? That's probably battlecruisers. That's battlecruisers, right?
That's battlecruisers, yeah.
Nope, it is Raven. It is Raven. I was correct. Oh,
No, it's both. It's both.
No, it's just the starting energy. Oh.
No, it's just Raven.
It's just Raven.
Confuse the crap out of me.
Show the knowledge of these casters. Very good.
It's very good.
Yep, so we see Schnitzel sieging up, getting nice shots. Tons of Vikings. Definitely not enough anti-air for the Zerg player.
There needs to be a good bungler. Those Vikings are clumped.
Yep.
And there goes Minnesota and he's Infestors. What are they doing? This was a terrible battle. They're just getting knocked down by the Chiefs.
Yep, and it looks like Schnitzel has done it. He has the air transition ready. He's building Thors. The GG comes up from Bs, and Schnitzel takes the series 2-1. Yep, thank you all for watching this evening. We have these tournaments every Tuesday and Thursday.
Online gaming, come check us out.
Yep, come check us out at teamogk.com. We have the YouTube and everything all posted there. And I'll actually even link it in chat after the stream. Thank you for watching, and we will make sure to